Hello and welcome back to Riverview. We're really thinking about buying a new set of spikes because didn't want you to fall, but okay, fair enough. Moving 3 bales at a time with these folks is not the best. Then again, I've switched out from round bales to square bales, so I've now got a round bale auto stacker sitting down at the shed. I believe I brought it up from the store. May not have done, it could still be at the store. Oh, now you want to go in. Just picky, huh? Anyway, the good news is all of the maps have now been submitted to Giants. So we'll see how that goes. I have made one final tweak before submitting them, which isn't to do with productions, amazingly. It's to do with cows that I found whilst testing. You know, 1,000, 2,000 cows is a nice amount of cows to have, but I wanted to make the feeding robot and the non-feeding robot have a difference, and feeding 2,000 cows in the barn, manually feeding them, even with a TMR mixer, you know, can be quite a long time, a lot of work. So 1,000, it's doable. Don't worry, I'm not putting all of these in there. This is the last stack. I want to keep them for over there just in case I need extra straw at some point. The reason I'm putting these ones in here though is we don't have any, obviously this silo is now non-multi-fruit, so it won't pick up straw. It does, well, the silo won't pick up straw, but that sign shows that the straw, because it's picking it up from, you know, it picks up what's over there and over there and in there. Hence the reason why I made it non-multi-fruit. So it'll only take arable crops, won't even take TMR or anything like that anymore. And that means no storing wood chips in there, which is fine, you know. I don't have a problem with that. Wrong button. Got a new keyboard. It's a bit smaller than my old one. Takes a little bit of getting used to. 222,000. Let's check in here, isn't it? Because it will probably show better in here. I don't know if there's anything on sale. I don't think there is. Right. So we've got down at our field, we've got 2 contracts to do, silage contracts. And we've got all this hay needs to go to our farm, or to our sheep pen, because we're kind of running low on hay there. I've now sold some of the sheep to make way for new sheep being brought in, and, you know, and meaning that we're not using as much food per month, because we was getting through 100,000 litres of hay a day every game month even, and that meant that we'd have to buy more grass fields, and I have got the money to do so now. I did buy this one, but it does help if you know how to rake as well. These trees will have to go though. At least some of them, not all of them, but some of them. They're a little close to the field edge. So I'll have to come in with the tree be gone and remove the trees, and then I can take the wood chips to the BGA, which will help a little bit. But yeah, the big cow barn non-feeding robot will now hold 1,000 cows. The one with the feeding robot will hold 2,000 cows. So you've got a choice. And because it's a feeding robot, it means that you can it's more manageable in that you can just keep topping up the feeding robot and leave it to do what it needs to do, not have to worry. Because it was either that or else I would drastically reduce the amount of animals I have in a pen. And I kind of like large amounts of animals. I'm more of that kind of player. I like to have animals, especially cows. So it was like, do I really want to do that? 500 cows? Maybe someday, but right now, no. I sold some of our beef cows to reduce the amount of feed that we was consuming there, just while we're getting our self a bit more established because of how much the cows are eating per month. But I don't think we need to worry too much, to be honest. Our biggest issue is straw at the moment, and hay. Loose straw for the bedding because the cows have used it all, and hay for the sheep because I put most of it in the TMR mixing station, or in for TMR productions even. But we'll bale all of this up and then we will take it to the sheep and put it in storage, and we'll top up the sheep while we're there as well if they need to, and that way we don't have to worry about them. And in theory they should have enough food even at full capacity to, once they're full, to go 3 months before they need to be re-topped up. But I would top them up every second game month. That way I can keep tabs on how much food we're getting through, and be able to estimate on where we need to spend more time focusing on. Do we need more hay? Do we need more silage? Things like that. I don't know if we'll get those grass fields all done and everything taken away by the time I come to finishing up, but we'll see. It's all go to the BGA, which we own. I don't know if it actually goes into the BGA or if it just vanishes and it doesn't actually go into the storage of the BGA. If it goes into the storage, that means that not only do we get paid from the contract, we get paid from the from the BGA itself, as it's going through all of that silage. I've never owned the BGA and had to deliver to the BGA, so it'll be a learning experience. And the good news is the BGA hasn't got any silage in it, so we'll know straight away if it's going in there. But I decided, yep, we should buy this field, and I've been eyeing up some grass fields on the hills by the castle. I'm wondering if maybe I should splash out and buy 2 or 3 more grass fields, and that way we don't have to worry about that. And by the end of this, when it comes to harvesting, we should have more than enough straw sitting around for everything. And then it'll just all be down to hay and silage. And one field is only going to be hay field, because it won't really... I mean, it could work as a silage field, but it works better as a hay field. Sorry, works better as a silage field, not a hay field. Yeah, I know what I meant. And I don't know if in real life, if this field would be more of a silage field because of being so close to the water there, if the moisture off that would affect how quickly it dries. You know, I would guess it would. Nah, it's fine. Yeah, I will have to look it up, because if it would, then theoretically this would be in real life more of a silage field than a hay field. Although in the update, if you play it from a new game, this won't be a grass field, it'll be an arable field. I've cut back on the amount of grass fields on the map and swapped one of the grass fields around with an arable field. And so all of your grass fields are going to be the 2 there over on this the main yard side, or the 3 because of the sheep pasture, and then the 2 cow pastures, so you've got 5 over there, and then you'll have 3, no, 4 in the mountains. So it kind of pushes you towards going up there and expanding out this side of the river, which was always the intention anyway, hence the reason why them fields was initially changed from an arable field to to grass fields anyway. But the other change, I don't know if I said in the last one, but so soy bread, soy flour, corn flour and cornbread are gone. So you can still make flour out of your corn and your soybean, but it'll be the generic base game flour that you'll get in return. And you can then make the dough and then make bread. But there's a few things that you need for dough, and we don't own the bakery yet. Something I will look into though. I just know that money won't last long when it comes to buying the fields that we will end up buying. That money will go quite quick. And we haven't really got much to sell over the coming months, so we need to keep some money back to help us so we don't go into the red during the winter. Eventually I want to get the BGA constantly running though. Which will mean buying a few fields down by the BGA and doing and chaffing the fields, and either having a go wheel and making bales or putting it straight into a silage clamp and at the BGA, and then when that's all fermented, we can just have a wheel load up there or something and just keep topping up the BGA every game month or every day. Just go up there, top it up, and so it's always full. Or even just have a trailer up there with a conveyor system and whatever works. But the wheel load would be kept up there anyway, because obviously compacting and that. And even though I've gone from the original, the initial idea behind this this game, this series, I still lease the equipment, like the bale trailer. I've leased that. I'm still going with the rule that I have to have it for at least 12 months before I can buy it. But I've been having fun though. I mean, I could have done a lot more with the tweaking, but and productions. I didn't want to go over the top because there is a fill type limit. So I just wanted to make them a bit more interesting and satisfying in another way, whilst also some of them being a little bit more challenging. And with the amount of mods that are out there now, it wouldn't really be that much more challenging for some of the productions, like greenhouses that can grow you know, sugar cane and olive oil, olives and things like that. You know, you're not, theoretically, you're not forced to actually go and plant them and harvest them, maintain them, all of that crap. But at some point we probably will put a olive oil, olives down somewhere. Don't know where. But at some point we probably will. And it'll be interesting how they work with seasons, because I've never done olives or grapes. So yeah, that will be an interesting one. What I don't get is Giants made us, or gave us the option where we could do canola oil, sunflower oil, and olive oil. But flour is flour, bread is bread. So you could make bread out of any one of the base game flour producing crops, which was obviously barley, wheat, sorghum, you know, and yet you didn't get different types of flour. Makes me wonder if they was initially had plans for for the different types of oil, but just never go around to it. I know some people probably go, well, why don't you just change one of your arable fields, or buy one of the arable fields over your side and make that into a big grass field? I don't like changing fields around. I like to go where the grass is. I'll go and buy them if I need a grass field. Then buy an arable field and change it to a grass field. I know it makes sense to do that, but for me, I don't. I like to play the map how theoretically it was designed to be played. And the idea with this map was that you was meant to branch out and expand across the river. Hence why there's so few grass fields on that side of the river, and most of them on this side. But your main farm's on the other side of the river. You'd be surprised how many people play the game and never actually leave the area that their farm's actually situated in. But we'll get there. It'll take a little bit of time. And there's a few fields I've been looking at going, I'd like to own that. But they're not cheap, and that will be a while away. When I do go for that, I would probably end up buying the pig farm or something, because I'd rather have a combine on this side of the river for working the fields over this side. because I still don't think my combine would be excuse me, would be capable of getting down these roads. That's that all done. I've made a change to Glenleithan back in the day when it was in testing, private testing, before it was released. I was asked why the hedges wasn't so high, you know. So I've increased the height on the hedges. Hopefully, I've got to test it out, but hopefully that doesn't break the save game compatibility. It shouldn't do, but we'll see. Because if it does, then I've got to pull the map back off ModHub and add to the description new game required. And that would mean people who are currently playing the map won't want to update unless they're on PC. Then there's a fix for that, but not everybody's aware of that fix. Not everybody likes to mess with files either. The good news is, because the contracts that we're doing, they are silage contracts, so the big M will be. We want this tractor for that? No, we don't, because this tractor doesn't have the power for that baler. We need to find our other tractor that does have the power for that trailer. Where would that be? Where did I park it? Hold. Stab through them. Definitely not you. No. 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 Yep, that was the one. Yep. You. Oh, you're down. Oh, okay. You was in the shed next door. Where I put the rake. Didn't even pay attention when I came up. Glenleithan also had a few vehicle changes made. It now has a square baler. Is it a square baler? Or, yeah, square baler. Square bale pickup. Or automatic pickup. Auto loader. No, I meant. It's late, I'm tired. The plough is now replacing the subsoiler. I think that was it really. And Maypole has had one shed removed and 2 sheds put in its place. Means that getting past and around the back by the horse pen on the main farm is a little bit easier. But I didn't see the need for 2 bulk hold sheds up on that farm. Does help if you unfold it. Wait, what size bales are we on? 240s, okay. And Alt X to reset that. hopefully that didn't do anything for the stream, because that button combo, which I still haven't changed, is I should change it to Control Alt or Shift Alt, something like that. That way it won't conflict with my streaming key bindings, or the key bindings for streaming. It's been a long day, a very long day. I done a bit of breakfast earlier, and you know, when you're just not, your mind just isn't there, you can't concentrate so much, and so I had to turn it off. It was like, yeah, well, the game crashed actually twice, and then I was like, yeah, no, this ain't working. I'll have to, when I call it a night, I'll have to verify the cache and see if there's a corrupt file or something in there. Which is weird, because it was working perfectly fine Friday. The one thing I would love THQ to do, and would be to put in place a cheat protection program, so people can't use these hacks for being able to go faster and super grip and best braking and all of that crap, because it kind of makes it annoying when you're being destroyed on the track, and yet you're doing personal best times, and they're 2 or 3 seconds faster than you. And you're like, but how can you be that fast? Getting a lot of notifications for F1 just lately. Pushing their YouTube channel, trying to get more people watching with silly little videos that they keep putting out. I'll have to turn the bell icon off on that, because I only ever watch it for the practice sessions, qualifying and race highlights. I'm not interested in anything else. All the politics that goes on, I'm not interested in it. And the he said, they said games that keep getting thrown around, and then you find out that it's the media just trying to wind things up a little bit, just to keep, make it more spicy out there. And it's like, nope. And then you get people who do their own F1 videos and put their clickbait videos, images up, or thumbnails, and subtitle and their description, and it's like, yeah, if you've already known what Toto Wolff and Christian Horner had said against each other, and then you read the title of their videos that they put out, and you're like, no, they didn't say that, or no, that isn't what is going to happen. What part of the conversation did you listen to? No. Kind of annoying. Or the channels where they'll only read out they do live streams, but they only ever read out the people who are doing super chats to them because they're giving them money. They're paying them to read out what they have to say. And it's like, no, I'm not paying you to read my comment. Not a chance. If you don't feel that my comment is worthy of being read out, then that's on you. But I'm not paying you to read it and then go, well, that wasn't really worth reading out, but thank you for the money anyway. You know. And there's a few there doing that now. It's like, nah. People are trying to make money any way they can, but if you want your fan base to grow, then don't just associate it around those who are doing super chats. You're losing out on maybe a lot of subscribers who would be there more often to watch your streams by doing that. And when your channel is huge and you're trying to read everybody's comment, and you can't, that's different. People doing a super chat so you don't miss what they want to say, that's different. But you're still doing your hardest to try and talk about, or not talk, but reply to everybody, regardless if they spent money on that chat or not, on that message. Goes a long way. And I'm ranting about anything and everything at the moment, I don't know why. In one of those kind of frame of minds, I guess. But yeah, the reason I'm doing a video now is I won't be able to do a stream Wednesday night because my partner is doing 12-hour shift, and that means that I see to the kids, do the housework, do all the chores all on my own, and that takes a lot of time. And then by the time she gets back, she'll be knackered and she won't want to cook, so I'd have to cook for her, or or order something in for her, so when she gets back it's already here, or it's not far behind her. It's all down to what time she gets back though, because even though she's doing a 12-hour shift, it doesn't necessarily mean it's actually going to be a 12-hour shift. She might do an 11-hour shift. It's all down to how much work they get done on the day. How many bales have we got off here so far? Wrong one. One, isn't it? 21. Okay. Definitely have enough bales on here then to keep us going, and then there's little areas where I've missed, like there, which I will pick up later. And these are big bales as well. The biggest square bales that you can do. So hence the reason why I went with the square baler. More easier to handle and stack, and because I was using an auto-loading roll and trailer, it meant that you could put them down a lot easier. They didn't just bounce all over the place. They stayed in a neater pile, but I've got rid of that now. And so that doesn't really matter anymore. Jeez, we're already 41 minutes in, and I haven't even finished this field yet. I'll pick all the bales up, take them down to the sheep. This field needs to be prepped for the next growth. There's loads of stuff still to do, so I definitely won't get the contracts in on cam. It will be an off-cam thing, and after I've done the contracts, I might end up buying the fields. Might. We'll see. We won't be keeping any of the bales off them fields anyway. They'll all be going straight to the BGA, regardless if they're ours or not. We've got enough silage for now. Hopefully everybody's having fun, doing whatever they're doing. And Court Farms came out on all platforms not too long back, so all the console players can get to experience that map, which is awesome. Cornelia had an update as well, the map that we've got on our Daddy server, which is fun. I don't know why. It's not that I can't get into the map. I mean, the map is a really nice map, but I just enjoy playing single player at the moment. I don't know why. But as long as those guys who are on the Daddy server are having fun, then it's all that matters, isn't it? I don't have to be there for them guys to enjoy the map or whatever we're doing on there. I just feel bad for them when it comes to a Sunday and they think, you know, oh, he only turns up on a Sunday and he's wanting to do this or that. You know, it's just... The idea with the server was farming Sunday. For me, anyway. And eventually I'll probably start playing multiplayer again a bit more. At the moment, just having too much fun in single player. I'll come down on the other side actually, because yeah, I go to the left of me, do the final row over there, then come back up on the middle road that's between us right now and then back down that side. I should be able to get the patch that is twisted slightly. Every time I turn that way, it's like I can hear, like, sounds like some footprints of an animal or something. It's the baler, but yeah, it has that interesting sound. You hear it? Like something's trotting behind you. Never noticed that before. So we're going to have over 30 bales off of here. Well over, maybe 38 bales or so. For a build that probably needs a lot doing to it. Just hope it doesn't need ploughing. I didn't check that part. But before I start working on this field, I'm going to get rid of some of the trees, deliver the wood chips to the BGA, and that way we haven't got to worry about that. Okay, it wouldn't be as easy to get to as I initially thought. Right. Let's go and find the bits that we missed, huh? This nice big chunk here. And then that one there. Not too worried about all the other little bits, but those bits definitely needed to be picked up. Right. May as well take this up to where the grass contracts will be. Whoa, my bad. It's a busy day, apparently. They're always vacuuming in that house. Every time you go past, they've got the vacuum going. I reckon it's to get the kid to go to sleep, personally. Or drown out the kid that's screaming. Spoiled kid wants his or her own way. So they turn the vacuum on and go, yep, can't hear you. Should try that myself, actually. when the kids go, oh, can we have our pocket money? Turn the vacuum on. Just as they say, can we, or can I? We didn't pick up the bale trailer, it's there. So we'll have to go and do that. And we'll be parking this over here, out of the way. And we'll put the beacons on. Right. Now... No, we don't need you yet, my bad. We don't want you. We definitely don't need you, or you, or you. Yes. Just so we can give the sheep their food. Top them up. Let's see if they need topping up. I mean, they might already be full. I don't know. I can't remember what I did in the last time I was on. Check, shouldn't I? Do the sheep need food? Yes, they do. They're half full. I have contemplated on the fields to my right, making that just one big field. I've contemplated on that, and it might end up happening at some point, now that we've got a big combine. But I want to, if I do that, I want to have at least another 2 arable fields on top of what we've already got. There we go. 14 bales at a time. Didn't even check to see how many bales we got off there, did we? Silly. And again, it should say in statistics, shouldn't it? Surely. I haven't made any bales of 38 bales. Not bad. I think I sold something like 500, 600 sheep, something like that. We will, I think we have to wait 3 or 4 game months before, 3 or 4 months even before that button always does that. I don't know why. Before we will get any more. So winter we will be looking at having to worry, because we should almost be maxed out again on sheep at that point. But it'll be okay. And if you're wondering why did you get rid of the rolling pack or the rolling trailer and just go with this, why not keep the rolling trailer and then and have this for the smaller fields? Well, I want to cut back on mods, and the rolling pack might be going. Is the answer to that one? Try and use as few mods as I can. Well, not as I can, but as as possible. If there's something that's already capable of doing what I need in game, then why should I have a mod for it? Is my answer. The only reason that I've got a modded hay barn is because that one allows you to pick up or to put bales in. If the base game hay barn had a bale trigger with it, I wouldn't be using the mod. I wouldn't need to. Button work, will you? Jeez. See? It works when it wants to work. I wouldn't want to be a neighbour next door to them, just saying. Keep them constantly going, day and night? No thanks. Get annoying very quick. This way, and then we can see how our fields are doing. Ooh, that one's got a few weeds in it. We definitely messed up on that one. I know this one's got a few around the edges and that, but in especially up at the top end. Yeah. Grass field here. Maybe not yet. But it will definitely be a hay field. We'll just be doing a lot of hay for now, and then the final cut we'll do silage. And in theory, our cows should only consume 450,000 litres per month compared to the 900,000 litres that they would have consumed. But we're obviously not at 1,000 cows yet, so we won't even be consuming that. We'll be consuming less than 250,000. Lovely. So, pallet trailer. we go. See if we can sneak around it. Plenty of room. Right. The field we go. But I think next arable fields will be this side of the river, and this one would definitely be one field 17. Field 16 would be another one, and field 14. So 14, 16 and 17 would definitely be fields I would be looking to buy in a couple of more seasons. See, on here, the mirrors are fine. I wonder if it's on the server that they just keep flickering. Or if it's that tractor. I'd have to have a look if it's the tractor. Come on, I saw you already. The last load will be the one that we use for feeding the sheep. Thank you. Definitely have to. I think there might be dust on the contact point for this for that button, and that's why it's like it's double clicking when I push it. I might have to change the camera, switching camera option from that button. Have that more of a button that you have to hold down in combination with something else to get a different function. I do believe there's another one, yes. I see it right there, up against the hedge line. You see, I couldn't find a texture for the ground to make that more darker. I would have definitely have changed that. It worked first time this time. Do like it when the road's quiet. Not so much when you meet vehicles coming on the bend. The only reason I like playing with traffic on is it limits you on what you can take down the road. And it makes the map feel alive a bit. And either can be a pain in the ass. It does come with its benefits. Then you can't just use the biggest equipment that you can possibly get away with, unless you turn the AI off, the traffic off while you're moving around, which I don't like to do. Oh, another 14 square bales. And then these 14 that we're going to bring in, or not 14, we brought 28. So this 10 that we've got left to bring up, we'll put as many of those into the sheep trough as we can, and then that will be them done for now. Whatever we don't use can go into the shed. And when we've got that shed empty, I want to turn it around, move it further back and turn it around. Which was the reason why I got rid of the shed that was there initially anyway, or the two sheds that were there. wonder how many people have fell in that river of late. It's an open bank that you're driving along. I'm sure Giants used to have I don't know which farm sim, but they used to have a bigger one of these. I'm sure there was. Don't think it held much more than what this one does, but I'm sure it was bigger. Like 16 or 18 bales, something like that. After one day, launch the other farm sims and see. There we go. Field is clear. We'll drop these off and then feed the sheep, and that will be the end of this episode, because I need to get my head down. I'll be up early in the morning. Don't think I could get this to empty directly into the trough, so I'm not even going to try. But I can get hooked up on a hedge, apparently. Right, let's see, where are we? Drop them there. just leave this here a minute. The only thing about the auto stacker is the bales literally start wobbling. Okay, I see what the problem was. Down. Thank you. Get off my spike. Silly bale. Really? You're just going to float around there? How full are you now? Oof. We need more bales out. Wow. Well, we won't be doing that right now. Well, we will be doing it, but not today. I need to get a permanent pallet truck down here. 11 pallets in there now. But anyway, yeah, I'm going to have to call it there because, you know, we're an hour and 20 minutes already. So, I hope that you enjoyed it. And you never know, there might be another video coming out at some point during the week for this. I don't know. It depends on how I feel and how much time I get. But take care, and I will catch you again either in another video or on Friday for whatever we play on Friday. Till then, see ya.